Hello, friend. In today's episode, I'm sharing 4 simple ways you can start burning fat today without crazy workouts or cutting out all the carbs. If you are in midlife, feeling stuck, and wondering why the weight won't budge, this one is for you. These are real, doable steps that work with your hormones and not against them. Let's dive in. Are you doing all the things? Eating trim healthy, working out, praying for a breakthrough, but the belly fat still won't budge? Do you feel like your hormones are working against you and you're stuck in a body that doesn't feel like yourself anymore? Friend, I see you and you are not alone. I'm Chris, trim healthy coach, personal trainer, midlife mama, and lover of Jesus. I believe your body is good, your health matters to God, and you don't have to hustle harder to feel whole. Inside this podcast, I'll help you lose weight with grace, steward your body through perimenopause and menopause, and rebuild energy and confidence with practical trim healthy strategies that honor your hormones and your faith. So if you're ready to ditch diet culture, partner with God in your health, and finally see results, fill your sipper and let's get to it. Hello, friends. Before we dive in today, I just want to say I see you. I remember what it felt like to do all the things, cutting carbs, skipping snacks, pushing harder at the gym, only to see zero progress and feel totally defeated. That's why I created the MIDLIFE Fat Loss Formula, a 6-month group coaching experience that's all about working with your midlife hormones instead of against them. If you've been feeling stuck, this might be the exact shift you need. You can check it out at bit.ly/join fat loss formula. Again, it's bit.ly/join fat loss formula. I'd love to walk alongside you in this season. Now, let's get into it. Hello, friends, and welcome to the Honeycast. I am talking about 4 simple ways to turn on fat burning, 4 simple ways to start fat burning today. These are doable, they are simple, and they will need to be done over time. You cannot do this for 1 week or 2 weeks and start seeing results. This needs to be done for at least a month, and if not more than that. And of course, continued. You want to keep turning on your fat burning, right? So first of all, we need to understand that fat burning is how that works. It's complicated. There's so many myths out there, and I don't want to go into myth busting on this podcast, but I will say this. One of the biggest things that I hear from women who go to their doctor is they will say, cut calories and exercise more. How many of you have already tried that? And is that working for you? I would say 9 out of 10 of the women that I work with, it doesn't work for. And what it does is it backfires. When we cut calories, it sends our body into a lower metabolic state. It can also cause a repressed metabolic syndrome, which means your metabolism is slowing down because your body is not getting the calories it needs. You end up becoming more hungry. You start losing muscle. And this state of your metabolism is not fat burning. How fat burning works, there are chemicals regarding fat burning. That's going to be your insulin and your cortisol. And that's also going to be 2 enzymes. One is called LPL and the other is called HPL. And we can cause our body to turn on one or the other of these enzymes that actually tell your body to burn fat. So the LPL is the enzyme that tells our body to store fat, as does insulin. But we need the right amount of insulin at the right time, and it actually helps us turn on fat burning. But when we have too much insulin, we go into fat storage mode. And when we go into fat storage mode, even if we start exercising even more and you're in fat storage, your body will break down muscle. It will not burn fat. So we want to cause our body to turn on the HPL. This is the fat burning enzyme, and we can do that with foods and other activities that I'm going to talk about right here. So our key or our goal here is to turn on fat burning, not necessarily lose weight on the scale. I quit saying that a long time ago because when I hit perimenopause, I got into a skinny fat sort of episode with myself, which means I was able to maintain a weight that I felt good on the scale, but I was fatter and I was losing muscle and my body composition was rearranging. And so the fat was going to my middle, going to a little bit with my arms, but mainly to my abdomen. And this is called a skinny fat. And this is because I was doing some things that were working against these hormones. And so I want to share with you 4 ways that you can turn on fat burning. And the first thing I want to say is do not cut calories. When you cut calories, you repress your metabolism. You can also, as a woman, go into a low energy state. And that is because we need calories. Our hormones, our body, it needs calories. It needs the right kind of calories. So we definitely want to give it the right kind of calories. But number 1, don't cut calories. I talk to so many women and they tell me this. They've been on the HCG diet or they went on this other thing and it was 800 calories. And then when they started eating normal again, not only did they gain all the weight back, but they gained more and they gained fat. So they lost muscle and then they gained more fat. So we don't want to cut calories. We also do not want to cut carbs. This is another thing that is very important. Your thyroid needs carbohydrates to run properly. Your muscles need carbohydrates. Your brain needs carbohydrates, especially in menopause when those assisting hormones like estrogen, progesterone, testosterone are not there anymore. We need those carbohydrates as a stand-in, but we need the right carbohydrate in the right setting at the right time. I call that the Goldilocks phenomenon. That's what the Trim Healthy way of doing things brings into our world, and as well as the Trim Healthy wisdom. So a great time to eat our carbohydrates is going to be when we're moving our bodies, usually during the day or after a workout. We also want to look at how we're pairing our carbohydrates. We don't want to pair them with fat. We want to pair them with protein and veggies. And we also want to look at the type of carbohydrates. We don't want the carbohydrates that are very high glycemic and in packages. We want low glycemic carbohydrates that are going to be full of fiber and phytonutrients and minerals and all those kind of things. Now, number three is add veggies to each meal. Now, I think we all would agree that this is a good thing for all of us to do, but I cannot tell you how important it is to turn on fat burning for many reasons. Number 1, your veggies are going to provide fiber. And as we age, we need more fiber, and fiber is key for especially belly fat loss, but turning on fat burning. The vegetables also help cleanse our fat cells that get a little bit stiff. Our fat cells get a little bit stiff as we age, especially if we've done a lot of yo-yo dieting. Those veggies can cleanse our fat cells and even our muscle cells. Those veggies give us the vitamins and the minerals and the polyphenols and all of the nutritious things that we need to turn on fat burning and really to be healthy. And those veggies are going to help you absorb your protein, and they're going to offset blood sugar issues. They're going to really help with keeping the blood sugar low. And so we want to add veggies, and I want to put the bar high here. Add them to each meal. Here's what I do. And this is something that I've worked up to, and you may need to work up to it as well. Maybe you're just having veggies at one meal. So if you're having them at one meal, let's go to 2. If you're having them at 2, let's go to 3. And so that's what I've done over the years is I add veggies to each meal and snacks. So when I go to the refrigerator to make any of those meals, I'm asking myself, where are my veggies? And I usually will pick 2 veggies. I just have a thing that I do. It's like, here's my protein and pick 2 veggies. And then I might add a carb, I might add a fat, but I'm definitely going to have those veggies in there. So that's something you really want to work on. If you don't like vegetables, there's things that you can do besides that. It's going to be a little bit harder, but you can hide those veggies in soups and sauces. So easy. You can put them in smoothies and you never know they're there. You can use some of the green powders or the red powders. Just make sure that there's no sugar in there. There's no carbohydrates. So you can add those to your essential amino acids. You can add those to your smoothies. You can add those as a drink with a meal. There's many things that you can do. So don't let not enjoying veggies stop you. Number 4, extra water. And when I say extra water, I mean if you're not getting properly hydrated. We really want to shoot for about depending on how much you weigh, 60 to 80 ounces of water per day. And that's why I love bringing in the Trim Healthy Sippers. They're some of my favorite. The Singing Canary is amazing for our adrenals. I love the Shrinker that's got the oolong tea. And guess what? Oolong is thermogenic. Green tea, wonderful, thermogenic. Let's add some of those. You can count those as your hydration. And the water is going to help flush your kidneys. It's going to help your metabolism, and it is going to help your hormones. Now, I said I was going to tell you 4, but I'm going to go for a bonus because this here is key. The last one, that is exercise, specifically strength training, but getting your everyday movement in. It makes a difference. If you're not strength training, you want to start a strength training routine ASAP. If you don't know what to do, invest in hiring a trainer to get you started. If you do know what to do, then start this ASAP. Not only is it going to be helpful for fat burning, it's going to be helpful for your longevity. It's going to be helpful for your bones. It is going to be helpful really for your whole body, for your brain, for everything. Now with the movement, walking is great. Any type of everyday movement is wonderful. Dancing, cleaning the house, picking up sticks in the yard, gardening, all of that. What I want to suggest for this fat burning is see what you're already doing with your movement and just add 10 to 15 minutes more a day. It really does make a difference. It's crazy. I know it sounds like that is not going to do anything. It does. I have lived that. I have coached many, many women. And when we increase their movement and their exercise, they start seeing results. They start turning on fat burning. Did you know that I have a free community of women in midlife just like you? Busy women who are working hard to lose weight with the Trim Healthy plan, but feel hijacked by hormones and unexplained weight gain. I share menopause tips, superfood spotlights, delicious recipes, and so much more. Come join us at facebook.com/groups/get-your-trim-on. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, would you take 30 seconds and share it with a friend who might be struggling to lose weight in perimenopause or even menopause without confusion and without overwhelm? Also, please leave a quick review for the show on Apple Podcasts. It blesses me to know this podcast is helping you. Time to grab my protein smoothie and head to the pickleball court. I'll meet you back here on Wednesday for another HoneyCast episode. See ya.